Welcome, everyone. This is Bode's Calgary real estate market update for November 2022. This video is going to quickly show you what's happening in Calgary's property market, and then I'm going to show you where you can find all of the same supply and demand and pricing information for your neighborhood and property type. So before we dive in, first of all, what's Bode? Bode's a tech company that helps you buy and sell homes and make it easier, more transparent than ever before, while also saving a lot of money. So let's dive in here. What's happening in Calgary right now? First of all, we're going to take a look at the number of new listings to come to market each month for the last 5 years. So here we're looking at all residential listings in the city of Calgary. So you can see the bright pink line here for 2022. Earlier in the year, there was a lot of new listings compared to previous years. And then throughout the year, it's fallen off. And now in the last couple of months, there's been fewer new listings than average. So in October, there are 11% fewer listings than the average of the 4 previous Octobers. So the number of new listings starting to come down. Meanwhile, on the sales front, sales remain pretty strong. So again, you can see the bright pink line here for 2022. It's been incredibly strong in the first half of the year. And then it came back down towards similar to what it was doing last year, which is the blue line. And now it's dropped below last year's levels of sales. So still up 11% versus the average of the last 4 years, but starting to come back down more towards average now. So sales starting to slow down, number of new listings very much down now. So what does that mean for the overall number of homes for sale or total inventory? Well, you can see again, the bright pink line here, all throughout 2022, inventory has been very low. And here at the end of October, inventory is down about 37% versus what it would typically be for this time of year. So that means there's fewer homes listed for sale right now, which means buyers have fewer options. And if you're selling a home, that means you've got less competition, fewer homes for buyers to look at that are like yours. And finally, we're going to take a look at months of supply here. So this is taking a look at, given all of the homes for sale and how fast homes are selling right now, how many months would it take to sell through all the available homes? Right now, there's just over 2 months of supply in Calgary, which, as you can see on this chart, is comparatively low versus historical norms. So not quite as low as it was earlier in the year, but months of supply still very low versus any time in the last 5 years. So the lower the number of months of supply, typically that favors sellers. That means there's fewer homes to choose from and homes are selling quickly. And the more months of supply, that typically favors buyers. So still in a seller's market here, but in order to sell your home in Calgary right now, you do need to be priced right and take into account what's happening with prices. So let's take a look at prices right now. So here you can see what's happened to Calgary property prices for the last 17 years. And you can see in the last few years, prices have gone up reasonably quickly, but most recently here to the very right of the chart, prices are now coming down. And so they're down about 0.7% month over month, but they're still up just under 10% year over year. So even though they're going down, all of the gains that have been made over the last year haven't disappeared. So homeowners are still up about 10% versus where they were last year. Obviously, this really differs depending on the kind of property type you're looking at, detached homes versus apartments. You can find all of that on our blog at bode.ca. And if you want to find out what's happening in your specific community, then you've got all the tools you need to see all of that information on bode.ca. So you can check out our market data tool. This is where you can see all of the same supply, demand, and price trends that we've been looking at here, but you can look at them for your specific neighborhood and your specific property type. So I'll give you a really good feel for what's happening in your community. You can also check out our sold data tool. This is where you can find out what any home in your neighborhood or anywhere in Alberta has sold for in the last 12 years. Simply head on over to our sold data tool. And finally, if you want to get some really good comparables for your home or any home you want, you can simply enter 8 features of your home into our comparables tool, and we'll show you the most similar live listings as well as the most similar recently sold homes. So check all of that out at bode.ca. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. and make sure to subscribe so you see our next monthly market report. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.